Hello students, let's move towards the next topic, that is the characteristic of a ring. Now, if for a ring R a positive integer n exists such that n dot a is equal to 0 for all a belongs to R, then the least such positive integer is the characteristic of the ring R. What is characteristic of a ring? If there exists a least positive integer n satisfying which condition? N dot a is equal to 0 for all a belongs to R. If we take any element of a ring, for all element of a ring, if n dot a is equal to 0, if such positive integer n exists, then we say that n is the characteristic of the ring. Okay. If no such positive integer exists, then R is called, it is of characteristic 0. Now, look at this example. The ring Zn is of characteristic n. For example, now consider, now this is a generalization, that is for Zn, characteristic of a ring Zn is n. Now consider the example of Z5. Z5 means elements 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now it is Z5, so let us multiply by 5 to each of these elements. 5 into 0, 0. 5 into 1, what we get? 5. So in Z5, 5 is 0. 5 into 2, 10. In Z5 it is 0. So similarly 5 into 3, 0. 5 into 4, 0. So if we multiply by 5 to each of the element of Z5, then we get 0. Okay, we get 0. So condition is satisfied. There exists a least positive integer n into a is 0 for all element of a ring. Okay, therefore characteristic of a ring Z5 is 5. Now consider another ring Z, set of integers, set of rational, set of real, set of complex. All are rings with characteristic 0. Why characteristic 0? Because there does not exist a least positive integer n satisfying this condition. Okay, in set of integers there is no any positive integer such that if we multiply by that number to all elements of Z, then we get 0. So such positive integer does not exist. So by definition, if such positive integer does not exist, then we say that the ring is with characteristic 0. So all these Z, Q, R and C are rings with characteristic 0. Now there is one theorem that if R is a ring with unity, then there is a one criteria to check whether the ring is with characteristic or not. Now suppose R is a ring, what is important factor? It is ring with unity. If n into 1 is non-zero for all n belongs to Z plus, you choose any positive integer, but you do not get n into 1 0, means n into 1 is non-zero, then R has characteristic 0. But if n into 1 is 0 for some positive integer n, then the smallest such integer n is the characteristic of R. Okay, R is ring with unity. If for any positive integer n dot 1 is non-zero, then ring is with characteristic 0. If n dot 1 is 0 for some positive integer n, then we say that n is the characteristic of the ring. Now let us solve some examples. So the example is, decide whether the indicated operations of addition and multiplication are defined, means closed on the set, and give a ring structure. Okay, we have to decide whether the given structure is of ring or not. If a ring is not formed, tell why this is the case. If a ring is formed, state whether the ring is commutative, whether it has unity, and whether it is a field. So first example, we have to check all this. So first is nz with the usual addition and multiplication. So operations are usual addition, usual multiplication. So we have to check it for nz. So let us first take the particular case. For n is equal to 2, what is z? Z is 0 plus minus 1 plus minus 2, like this. For n is equal to 2, what will be 2z? 0, multiply it by 2. So 0 plus minus 2 plus minus 4, like this. So okay. Now we have to check whether 2z is a ring or not. So you can check that 2z satisfies all conditions of a ring, therefore 2z is a ring. Now whether it is commutative ring, yes, it is commutative. Now whether it has a unity, Now unity is 1, and in 2z 1 is absent, so we can say that it is a commutative ring, but it is without unity since 1 does not include in 2z. So this is for, as unity does not present here, means what, 2z is not a field, because what is the definition of field? It is a commutative ring with unity in which for every non-zero element there must be inverse. Okay, now here unity does not present means 2z is not a field, so similarly we can apply generalization that we can write that therefore nz is not a field. So next example is example for z plus. Z plus with the usual addition and multiplication. Now what is z plus? Set of positive integers. Okay, means 1 2 3 4 5. Now we will check the conditions of ring one by one. So first, what z plus? So what we check, z plus plus, what is our first condition? Z plus plus, whether that is a abelian group or not. So first condition is for to check it is abelian group, whether it is closed under addition. Yes, it is closed. Take addition of any two numbers that again include in this. Then whether that addition is associative. Yes, that is associative. Whether additive identity present there. What will be additive identity? Additive identity will be 0. Whether that is present? No, means that will be not a group. So here z plus is not a ring because z plus plus is not a group, as identity element does not 0 does not belongs to z plus plus. Okay, means first condition of a ring, that is z plus plus is abelian group, is not satisfied, therefore this is not a ring. It is not ring itself, therefore no need to check the further conditions. Now third example, z cross z with addition and multiplication by components. In last lecture I have told you about the addition and multiplication by components. Now this z cross z contains elements of which form? M comma n, where this m and n both are elements of m from this z, n from z. Now z cross z is a ring with addition and multiplication by components. Again it is a commutative ring. Why? 1 in 1 comma 2 cross minus 1 comma 8, it is same as minus 1 comma 16. Okay, we can write it as minus 1 comma 8 into 1 by 2, or 1 by 1 comma 2 into minus 1 by 8, both are equal, therefore it is a commutative ring. Again it is with unity. What is the unity in it? Unity is 1 1. Okay, next we will check that. Now we have shown that it is a commutative ring with unity. Now we have to show whether multiplicative inverse exists or not. So that multiplicative inverse does not exist. Why so? Because here is the explanation. But z cross z is not a field, as multiplicative inverse of non-zero element in z cross z does not exist. This is the explanation. For example, 3 comma 4 into AB is equal to 1 by 1, means we are supposing that AB is a multiplicative inverse of 3 comma 4, because this is a unity of z cross z. Now what this implies? AB can be written as, so this component wise multiplication should be 1 1, means what should be AB? AB should be 1 by 3 comma, here is 1 by 4. Okay, because here is 4. Okay, 1 by 3 comma 1 by 4. But whether that 1 by 3 1 by 4 belongs to z cross z? No, it does not belongs to z cross z, because z is a set of integers and it is a rational number. Okay, so this does not belongs to z cross z, and z is a subset of set of rational, but rational is, means rational is a superset. So this does not belongs to z cross z, means what? Multiplicative inverse does not belongs to given set, therefore z cross z is not a field. Okay, for field it should be commutative ring with unity, and for multiplicative inverse of each element should exist. We have shown that for one element multiplicative inverse does not exist, so this is not a field. Now another example, 2z cross z with addition and multiplication by components. Now z is 0 plus minus 1 plus minus 2 like this, 2z is 0 plus minus 2 plus minus 4 like this. What is 2z cross z? 2z cross z will be set of all elements such that this m belongs to 2z, n belongs to z. Now, first of all, this 2z cross z with addition and multiplication is a ring as it satisfies all conditions of a ring. It is homework for you that check all the conditions of a ring whether they're satisfied or not. Again, it is commutative ring. So similarly, 2 minus 1 cross 4 minus 7, it's same as 4 minus 7, 2 comma minus 1. Okay. Now this 2 and 4, these are elements of 2z. Okay. And minus 1 minus 7 elements of z. Means it is a commutative ring. But it is not with unity, as 1 does not belongs to 2z cross z, because this second one, okay, that belongs to z, but this one first, the element at first position does not belongs to 2z, because 2z is 0 plus minus 2 plus minus 4, so 1 does not belong here. So it is a commutative ring, but it is without unity. Another example, a plus b root 2, where ab belongs to z, set of integer with usual addition and multiplication. Now, here we can check whether the conditions of a ring are satisfied or not. So let us check one by one. So first we will show that this set with addition is commutative group. Okay. So let us take two elements, a plus b root 2, c plus d root 2, where this a, b, c, d belongs to z. Now take their addition. This is a component wise addition, a plus c plus, sorry, not component wise addition, it is a normal addition, simple usual addition, a plus c plus b plus d, we have taken root 2 common. Now this first element, that here a belongs to z, b belongs to z, here also a plus c belongs to z, b plus d belongs to z, it is closed under addition. Again, with respect to addition, it is associative. This is first element, second, third, take the addition of second and third first, and otherwise take the addition of first two elements, both will give the same answer. So addition is associative. Again, which will be the identity element with respect to addition? 0 plus 0 root 2, because 0 and 0 both are elements of z. AB must be element of z. Okay, 0 0 are integers, so 0 plus 0 root 2 is identity element in given set. Next, now additive inverse for a plus b root 2 minus a minus b root 2 is additive inverse. Again, addition is commutative. We can take this addition, we can write this is equal to this. So a plus b root 2, where ab belongs to z, is an abelian group. Okay. Now first condition of a ring is satisfied. Now second, multiplication is associative, and multiplication distributes over addition from left and right. Another two are also satisfied, you can check it by calculations. Therefore a plus b root 2, where ab belongs to z, with usual addition and multiplication is a ring. Okay, so we get it is a ring. Again, it is a commutative ring. Commutative, why? What is a commutative ring? It is commutative with respect to which operation? Multiplication. Again, it is commutative. Why? For a plus, take any two elements from ring R, a plus b root 2, c plus d root 2, do their multiplication. Okay, find out the answer, and then reverse the elements, c plus d root 2 into a plus b root 2, and find the answer. You get that both answers are same. Means what? Multiplication is commutative, so ring is commutative. Again, what will be the unity? Unity of this ring will be 1 plus 0 root 2. Okay, what is the given ring? Elements are of the form a plus b root 2, where ab belongs to z. This is a given set. Which will be the unity? So 1 plus 0 root 2, here this 1 and 0 both belongs to z. So this is a unity element, because if we multiply any element of this form, a plus b root 2, by this element 1 plus 0 root 2, we again get a plus b root 2. Okay, means this is a unity of the ring. It is a commutative ring with unity. Next, we have to check whether inverse of each element of a ring exists or not. So let us check that. Suppose element is a plus b root 2. Suppose its inverse is x plus y root 2, where x and y are integers. We are supposing that this element is inverse of this element, means what? Means what? Their multiplication should be 1 plus 0 root 2. Okay, so let us calculate the value of x plus y root 2. What will be x plus y root 2? X plus y root 2 will be 1 upon a plus b root 2. Now, in complex, sorry, not in complex, let us find out this value. So, we can find out by rationalization, multiply and divide by a minus b root 2. Here, a plus b root 2 into a minus b root 2, which is equal to a minus b root 2. Here, a minus x minus y into x plus y. Formula is x square minus y square. So, it will be a square minus root 2 into root 2 b square. So, we get a upon a square minus 2b square minus b upon a square minus 2b square into root 2. Means what we get here, x plus y root 2 is this total value, means x is a upon a square minus 2b square and y is minus b upon a square minus 2b square. Now look here, this element does not belongs to this set. Why does not belong? Because here a and b must be integer, but here we are getting this x and y not integers. We are getting x and y as rationals. Okay, we are not getting, means it is not confirmed that these are integers. These may be rational also. So we can say that multiplicative inverse of each element does not exist. So given ring is not a field. Okay. Now next example is describe all units in given ring. Now remember that there is a difference between unit and unity. Unity means if you multiply each element of a ring by unity, you get that element again. But what is unit? Unit of a ring is an element of a ring that has multiplicative inverse. Now we have to find out units in a given ring. Now Z, first given ring is Z. Z is 0 plus minus 1 plus minus 2. Now let us find out the units. Now definition of unit, it is a non-zero element. So let's start with 1. Now we know 1 into 1, 1. Means multiplicative inverse of 1 exists. So 1 is a unit. For minus 1, we know minus 1 into minus 1, 1. This 1 is nothing but multiplicative identity. Okay. So minus 1, 1. So minus 1 is unit. For 2, 2 into what is equal to 1? Because we want the answer 1. Because 1 is multiplicative identity. 2 into here we need 1/2. But whether that 1/2 belongs to this set? No. 1/2 does not belongs to Z. Therefore 2 is not a unit. Similarly, all other elements of Z except 1 and minus 1 are not units. So only units in Z are 1 and minus 1. Another ring is Z cross Z. Now multiplicative identity in Z cross Z is 1, 1. Okay, we want answer 1. So which pair can we take? So for 1, 1 element of this, we know 1, 1 into 1, 1 is 1, 1 component wise. So 1, 1 is a unit. For minus 1, 1, we can take minus 1, 1 for multiplication, we get 1, 1. So minus 1, 1 is also unit. For 1 minus 1 into 1 minus 1, we get 1, 1. So 1 minus 1 is also unit. For minus 1, we need minus 1, we can take minus 1 for multiplication. So we get answer 1, 1. So minus 1 is a unit. Other elements of Z cross Z are not units. Okay, because if we take suppose we take 1, 2. So multiply what? We want multiplicative identity 1, 1. So 1 into 1, 1. But for 2, we need to take 1/2 here, then only we get this 1. But this 1/2 does not belongs to Z, and our elements are from Z cross Z. So other elements are not units. Another example of a ring Z5. So Z5 elements of Z5 are 0 to 4. So let us prepare. I have prepared the multiplication table for it. So multiplication 0 to 4, 0 to 4. This multiplication, multiply 0 to all these elements, we get 0. Multiply 1 to all these elements, we get that elements once again. Multiply by 2, okay? 2 into 0, 0, 2 into 1, 2, 2 into 2, 4, 2 into 3, 6, and in Z5 that will be 1. 4 into 2, 8, but in Z5 divide by 5, remainder is 3, like this. Okay, so this is a table. Now we want where the product is 1. Now you can check which entries are 1. This is 1, means 1 into 1, 1. Here is 1, 2 into 3, 1. Here is 1, 3 into 2, 1. Here is 1, 4 into 4, 1. Means from our table what we get? 1 into 1, 1, means 1 is unit. Again 2 into 3 is 1, also 3 into 2 is 1, means this 2 and 3 both are units. Last 4 into 4 is 1, therefore 4 is a unit. So for this type of example you can make a multiplication table, so you can find out the units quickly. Another Q. Now Q means set of rational. Every element of Q is a unit. As for any element A belongs to Q, there exists B belongs to Q such that their product is 1, where 1 is unity of Q. Okay. So any elements, means if rational number is, suppose that rational number is any rational number 2 by 3. So for 2 by 3 definitely you have 3 by 2, so that answer is 1. So every element of rational number is unit. Next Z4. For Z4 similarly element 0 to 3, make a multiplication table where you get the entries 1 here and here. So here 1 into 1, 1, so 1 is a unit. Here 3 into 3 is 1, means 3 is a multiplicative inverse of 3. Here 1 is a multiplicative inverse of 1. So here therefore 1 and 3 are units. Next, definition of idempotent element. Which element is said to be idempotent in a ring? So an element A of a ring R is idempotent element if A square is itself as A. Okay, if any ring R, if A square is equal to A, then that element A is said to be idempotent. Similarly, there is a definition of nilpotent element. So what is nilpotent element? An element A of a ring R is nilpotent if for some positive integer a raised to n is equal to 0. That is nilpotent. Okay, idempotent and nilpotent. There exists n such that a raised to, there exists positive integer n such that a raised to n is equal to 0. Then that element A is said to be nilpotent element of a ring. Okay, let's stop here. Thank you.